Hi everyone, it's Haze, and in today's video we're once again going to be doing the Miraculous Monday meme review, where my friend Hedge finds me the very best miraculous memes from across the internet and I react to them and talk about whatever I want that reminds me of these memes, basically. However, as I'm reacting to these memes, I don't know what's going to be in them, so I don't know what I'm going to say yet, but I'm pretty sure, like I usually do, I end up speculating about something to do with the show. However, I haven't read the show Bible, nor have I seen pretty much any of the leaks, and I want to keep it that way, and as do most people who watch me as well would like to keep it that way. So if you have read the show Bible or seen the leaks, or both, great, good for you, but please don't say, hey Hayes, you were right about this, you're wrong about this is going to happen instead. I actually don't want to know. I'm quite happy to just theorise about it and find out when I see the episode for myself, so I'd really appreciate it if you didn't comment down below any of those spoilers, and apologies in advance if I'm a bit low energy in this video. It's the day I'm filming this. Obviously you'll see this on Monday. The day I'm filming this is the day after Elation, because I forgot to film the meme review earlier. I was going to do it the day after Illusion, but then Elation came out with pretty much, I mean, we got some warning, like, I don't know, 12 hours notice, it was less than 12 hours, wasn't it? It was less than 12 hours. I did not cope well with it. I am autistic. I need a bit more notice when such a big change is happening. But anyway, let's get into the meme review. Okay, so the first meme, delivery, thanks Natalie. So Adrian has a box from somewhere. And then Gabriel also gets a delivery, and Natalie says that boxes usually come on different days. I hope they grab the right one. So Adrian's got some live butterflies and Gabriel's got camembert. I won't ask if you don't ask. Fair enough. I mean, according to the video game, it seems that Adrian actually goes out to the market to buy applied camembert. Fun times. Honestly, I'm not entirely convinced that the whole game is canon. I'm gonna do a whole video reviewing the video game though in a few weeks. Once I've... First of all, I need to process what's happened in the show. I haven't quite processed it yet because they all came out so close together. Like, I was kind of struggling actually, like in my Elation commentary. I was like saying that Alia had a sleeping bag, and the first time I mentioned it when I was recording, I actually had to edit it out because I had to sit there for like a solid 2 minutes to try and remember what episode I'd seen the sleeping bag in, because we all saw them so close together. To me, the episodes have all just kind of melded together, you know what I mean? So I need to go back and do a rewatch, and I was like, what episode did Alia have a sleeping bag in and now she has a mattress? I was like, what episode was it? I didn't remember at first. Actually, I'm struggling to remember now. You know what I mean? They've all melded together because we saw them so close together, so I'm a bit like, what? So yeah, but I'm not entirely sure that video game is canon. Some parts of it are, like the Chloe stuff is, for sure. But some of the Adrian stuff I'm a bit like, I don't know. Anyway, next meme. Girl, I don't get you at all. Not to dish your taste in guys, oh god. Adrian and Luca are cool and all, but you're constantly around Cat Noir and you haven't even tried dating him. Hedge made this meme review, by the way. You're seeing this after Elation. Hedge made this meme review before Elation happened. Actually, before any of this week's episodes happened. He sent me this on like Monday morning, before even we saw Passion, so great. Marinette is complicated. Oh please, the only thing that's complicated is that it takes an Akuma to get you 2 tickets. Look, Cat Noir is a trusted companion and a reliable partner, and I'd be lying if I said I hadn't crossed my mind. But trust me when I say that romance between us would not work out. You're being over dramatic. No, she's not. She's right. What's the worst that could happen? I mean, it's not like the world will end if you two go steady. Marinette. Girl, does the world end if you two date? Do I need to change the tag to my Lady Noir fanfic from fluff to tragedy? Just help me defeat Hawkmoth so I can date, please. Oh my god, like I said, Hedge made this meme review for me because I was meant to do it yesterday morning, but obviously Elation had. He made this meme without knowing. I mean, first of all, like, it's pretty relevant even before seeing Elation, because the world does end, cat blank ephemeral, but also it hurt so bad. I just kept thinking, after I filmed Elation, the commentary for it, I had to go to Korean class, and because I'm so quick in Korean class whilst I wait for everyone else, I just sit there a lot and just think, or like I'll go on my phone and reply to comments. The teacher doesn't mind since I already finished the work. But the whole time I just kept thinking about it and how sad I feel that Marinette basically can't be with anyone until they get rid of Hawk Daddy. Like, I'm pretty sure at this point that Lila's going to be the new Hawkmoth next season. but I swear to God, if she makes them have to break, I can't. No, if she has to like break them up somehow, I will cry. Like, what I want to happen is the identity reveal to happen, obviously, and then not immediately though, because I want them, both of them, to have some time to get used to it being the other person. I feel like they'll be fairly happy, but I want them to have some time, you know? I don't want them to just jump together and be like, oh, this is great, because it just can't work like that in my mind. I know once they've found out who the other person is, things have got to change between them. Things cannot continue the way they are between them. There's going to be a dynamic change somewhere, somehow, you know what I mean? It can't continue the way it currently is. They can't just pretend nothing's happened. Things will change. They both need some time to get used to it, which I'm fine with. But what I'm hoping for is they'll date as Adrian and Marinette, but not as Ladybug and Cat Noir. That way the other person can't really be used against them, although again, what happened in Elation, they might get used against them, I don't know. So it might be used against them, but obviously as Ladybug and Cat Noir, they're going to be even more protective over the other person. Now they know who the other person is, you know what I mean? So that's my hope. However, I do feel, just because for the sake of drama, and plus they're going to be older next season. Obviously I know they grow up gradually with every single episode. They get older the same way we get older every single day. They're going to be like a year older maybe, I'm assuming, from what we've been told so far. We're still in the same 1 year of Miraculous, so they're going to be turning 15, 16 soon. So there's going to be more teenage drama. So I feel like, for whatever reason, just because it's the sort of thing that happens in like teenage dramas, when main characters get together, like Cleo and Lewis in H2O, they're gonna get together and things are gonna be okay for a bit, but something will happen and they'll break up. And they won't date other people, they'll just break up and then they will eventually get back together. I can't think of what the reason would be for it right now, but I just feel like it's gonna happen. I don't know. Anyway, next meme. Plague, I don't need any memories to know that I love that girl. Oh no, Marinette is just a friend. Just a friend. Just a friend, Plague. Despite the fact there are pictures of me all over Marinette's room, there's no way she likes me because she's just a friend. It's not passionate, she loves fashion. Oh my god, Adrian bestie vibes are Chris. Oh man, you're going to hate yourself when you figure this out. I mean, at the minute though, he seems to be having a great time. I am really liking Adrian and the way he's been written at the minute. He's actually getting quite a lot of screen time. Like, I feel quite a few of these episodes I've had a really good balance between Marinette and Adrian, which is what we've all been wanting. But I guess it's helping because the show is getting a bit darker, so therefore we can have Adrian's perspective a bit more, who has like a darker story to tell, so that's really helping out with having his perspective more, so that's good. But I feel like there's been a good balance between them, but I'm just loving seeing Adrian be so love-struck over Marinette and like stuttering in front of her. Like, I really liked that moment in the locker room in Determination. That's what I'm saying, all these episodes molding together. At the start of Determination, and he's looking at that painting, which is absolutely gorgeous, by the way. It looked absolutely beautiful. And then Kagami's like, Appella, call her. And he's like, no, I can't. And he gets so nervous. Oh my god, I loved it. Oh, it was so cute. I've waited and waited to see Adrian like this around Marinette, and it's so good. I'm loving the writing this season. Like, did they get a new writer on the team for this season, or have they all just been like holding themselves back for the biggest season and they're like, whoop, there you go, this is our best writing? Which, you know, in a way I'm glad that we're getting the best of them in season 5, but really you should be aiming for all the episodes to be of a similar quality. Will it happen? Will every single episode be the absolute best as the last? No. But should you aim for that? Yeah, it just genuinely seems that sometimes, like in season 3, it's probably like my least favourite season, season 3, it just didn't seem like they were even tried for some of the episodes, so I don't know. Next meme. So it's Ladybug, Cat Noir, Queen Bee, Carapace and Rena Rouge just chilling. Cat Noir says, do any of you happen to be Marinette Dupencheng? Ladybug, no, what makes you think that? I was just thinking, I think she would work great with our team, but yes, she'd be great with Miraculous. Ladybug, we'd get along so well. I would bet my Miraculous on her being amazing. She's so talented, she's so smart, she's so brave. I would be willing to train her myself. Oh my god, Ladybug, are you crying? Are you okay? What's wrong? I can't tell if she's crying out of like, oh my god, well, I can't really say no to them because they all seem to like her so much. And yeah, she does sound like a great idea, but no, like, is she crying out of stress or more like, oh my god, they all love Marinette so much? Like, Marinette, she's so precious. Every single time I've seen her cry this season, has got to me so much. Like, I really need to start doing my makeup. What like my routine the past few days has been is get up, get ready, get dressed, and then sit here with my laptop, watch it live and have whatever thoughts, and then I translate the full episode, which for a 20-minute episode takes a whole last hour because I don't speak fluent French. I am learning, and there are some lines I don't need to have to translate because I know what these mean straight away, which is really good. I'm really happy that I've come this far with learning French, but there's still a lot I need to translate, and I've learned some new words this week, which is really good. And some like slang and stuff, because I don't talk, do you know, like when you learn a language you usually learn like the formal version of the language, whereas obviously teenagers aren't gonna speak super formally to each other, you know what I mean? So I'm really happy with what I've learned and everything I've done. And then I'll film, then I'll edit, then I'll export, I go and make my lunch. By the time I finish making my lunch, I will upload the video, I will go eat, and then I will wash my hair. And then also take my nail varnish off. My nails took such a battering. If you don't paint your nails a lot, you won't know this, but your fingernails do turn yellow if you paint your nails too much. So your fingernails will turn yellow if you smoke, and I don't smoke, but they also turn yellow if you paint your nails far too much. Or also if you just paint your nails yellow, because it will stain the nail, right? So I had my nails painted pink, ready for Jubilation a few days before because I was filming a collaboration video. I did another coat of the pink the night before Jubilation, for Jubilation. Then I kept them same nails for Determination, which I did another coat of the night before. I took them off, had a couple of days break, then I painted them purple for Passion, then painted over them red that night for Reunion. I took them off because the red stains your nails. It's a really difficult colour to go over top with. Then I painted them orange for Illusion, and then obviously we found out Elation was airing, so I painted over them pink. And so what I did yesterday after I'd done all of that is I took my makeup off, I took my nails off, I had a shower, then I went to Korean class, and the whole time in Korean class obviously I was writing, I was staring at my fingernails. The whole time I was in there, because my nails were much longer last week, I was like, my nails look absolutely disgusting. All the ends where the white tips were had gone yellow because I painted them so often within such a short space of time as well. I was like, I need to get rid of these. So when I went home, I ate my tea, put my pyjamas on, and I cut all my fingernails off because they just look disgusting. So yeah, that's fun. I'm very tired, but I had a fun week. It was fun. I loved all the episodes. Like I said, I haven't digested them all properly, but I swear to God, I think I felt every single human emotion possible last week. Or this week. I'm trying to think, because last week you'll be watching. No. The week all the episodes came out will be last week for you, but for me, Elation on the Edge yesterday. But yeah, I'm gonna have a break. Don't worry, besties. Okay, next meme. Marinette, take care of your mental health. Marinette, sacrifice your mental health and happiness so that others can be happy. Marinette, no, we've literally just talked about this. I can't stand seeing her cry, and I think it's because I relate to her quite a lot. So I know I'm not French, nor am I mixed race, nor am I 14, nor am I doing most of the things that Marinette is doing in terms of being a superhero, but I really relate to her in terms of how much she's got on her plate. I've got a lot to do, but also as well the amount of pressure she puts on herself. I put a lot of pressure on myself, and I know a lot of you were saying when we got the Elation trailer, like, hey Haze, it's alright, you don't have to put the commentary out on the same day. And I know it's okay, and I know I don't have to, but I feel like I have to because I've put that pressure on myself to do it, if you know what I mean. Like, I feel like I have to. Like, I'm a PhD student, that's technically like my full-time job. I'm a full-time PhD student, and it's called full-time PhD student because it's like the same amount of hours as a full-time job. That's how much effort you should be putting into it, which I do. But I also view making videos as a job. Like, I think most of you know, it's no secret that YouTubers get paid. I get paid to make these videos. So to me, I treat my channel as seriously as I treat my PhD. I treat it like it is my proper job. So I'm like, yeah, I know I don't have to do it. I'm my boss. I decide what I do and don't do. But like, I feel like I have to. I remember my doctor, so I have like a doctor for like my physical health, and then one who does all my mental health stuff because I have a lot of different mental health conditions because I'm autistic and all this other stuff. And he was like, if you keep going like this, you're probably going to develop a personality disorder due to like the perfectionism trait. And I'm like, I'm sorry, but I can't. Like, I've always been like this. I don't really know why, but yeah, I relate to her a lot. I think my favourite, well, when I say favourite, I don't like to rewatch it over and over again because it makes me sad. But the moment I related to her the most, and I think I made a whole video about this, and I think it was called the moment of Miraculous Ladybug that broke me, and it's the ending of Heart Hunter where she says to Luca, yeah, I'm fine. Actually, no, I'm not fine at all. And I was like, yes. So even though it's called, I recently did this with my PhD because I always wondered why can I relate to Marinette so much when really we're nothing alike. It's called broadcast strategic empathy. So usually there's empathy and sympathy, right? So empathy is when you've been through the exact same thing as someone or very close to the same thing as someone. So therefore like you can fully understand how they're feeling because you've been through the same thing. However, if someone hasn't been through the same thing, but they can identify that must have been really difficult, really sad, whatever, then they have sympathy with you. However, you can have something called broadcast strategic empathy, that even if someone hasn't been through the exact same thing as them, so for example, I have never been a French superheroine who has just lost their mentor, who's the only person they had to really talk to about being a superhero. I can still feel empathy for Marinette in that moment because through broadcast strategic empathy, I can empathise with these feelings she has about never being good enough, not being able to be herself and stuff like that, because I've gone through it before. The cause of it was different, but I've been through the same thing. So yeah, I really empathise with her, which is possible. So yeah, my PhD is really fun at the minute. I got to write a lot about video games recently, which was great, so I got to go back and play Until Dawn. I love that game. Until Dawn's such a good game. Anyway, next meme. Season 3 finale. Hawk Daddy steals the miracle box from Master Fu, only to give it to Chloe. Season 4 finale. Felix fetches and trades all the Miraculouses to Gabriel. Season ends on a cliffhanger. I mean, to be fair, I guess like the failsafe Master Fu has is that Gabriel Bays wouldn't have been able to access it when he turned into the other box for Marinette, so I feel like maybe the only way around it would have been for Marinette to relinquish it to somebody else. I don't know, it's a bit strange, it is a bit strange. I don't quite know. Okay, next meme. So we have Viperion, Cat Noir, Ladybug and Flare Minimal. Everyone meet Ada, I mean Luca. Yeah, that's not Adrian. Luca, where were you in Strike Back when we needed you? Where were you? I am so looking for... Did I make a theory video about Luca? No, I don't think I have done. I think I maybe made one after Wishmaker or maybe Ephemeral. But I don't think I've made one since. I need to do one on Luca. What is wrong with me? There's something wrong with me. We need to make a theory video on Luca and his role this season. He hasn't done much so far, apart from try and get Adrian and Marinette together. But yeah, Luca, you have to help us. Luca and Alia talk to each other. They don't often talk in the show. It's not like I feel like they're friends, but you know, they're not like, you know, besties like we all are. But yeah, so okay. I feel like they need to come up with some sort of plan together. They will be the best together. So the final meme of the meme review is a viewer submission meme from one of you besties. So on my Discord server, which is where you submit these memes, we have a channel where you can submit a viewer submission meme. So it has to be a meme you've made, not one you found. If you found a funny meme and want to share it with everyone, we have a separate channel for that. But this is for a viewer submission meme and everyone votes on it and Hedge picks the one that got the most votes. So this is from Slim Shady, who won this week. So we have Mary Shat, Agent and Lady Noir, Ladrium. Honestly, at this point, like I said, this was made also, so the meme would have been made before this week, like some sort of miraculous Armageddon that's happened. But I feel like we could just group all the ships on that chair, to be honest. It's just dead. Like, I feel like, I know a lot of the comments were saying under the videos that they're getting kind of sick of the Love Square stuff, which, I mean, honestly I wasn't, because I watched the show for Love Square, but if you don't, I can understand why you be a bit annoyed about it. I feel like there's going to be less focus on it now. Like, we'll still get moments of it, don't get me wrong, but I feel like there'll be less focus on it that's not related to Monarch, because I feel like he's definitely going to do something. Like I said at the end of Elation, he's going to do something to get to Ladybug by using Cat Noir's feelings for Marinette. Theory video on that coming soon, besties. But honestly at this point I feel like this like first part of the season was about the shipping, and it's all going to kind of come to an end in Kwame's choice, and then we're going to move on to other stuff. Like, I'm really looking forward to seeing more of like this resistance at school and what Lila's gonna do, because it's not gonna be positive, is it? So I'm really looking forward to that. This season has been so great so far. I am struggling to process it a bit in terms of everything that's happened and my emotions about it, but in terms of what I've seen and where I think it could go, I feel like this is the strongest season so far from what we've seen. Obviously I may take that back once we see more of it. Maybe the second half of the season is rubbish. I doubt it, but maybe, you never know, you never know. But I don't know, I feel like the weakest episodes so far are probably Multiplication and Destruction, really. So it's a bit annoying that they came first, because I feel like Evolution, whilst not the best ever episode, was a strong episode to start on. It was pretty good and it really established like the stakes of this season and some of the themes that's going to be happening. Multiplication was good, Destruction, you'll know how I feel about Destruction, but the rest of them have been solid episodes from then on. I think my favourite so far is Reunion, and I understand why it's not everyone else's favourite, but I love Joan of Arc, so I really liked it, and I wasn't brave enough to say this in my Reunion commentary because of the amount of views I was worried it might get and the amount of people who would find out. And please don't take this as me being ashamed of it, because I'm not, but I do get often worried about people's reactions to it. So the reason I like Joan of Arc so much is because, if you didn't know, Joan of Arc used to hear voices, and I think she always said they were like voices of like angels and stuff, like helping her out and stuff, and I'm not entirely sure I believe that, even though I am a Christian. However, I do have psychosis, which means I have visual and auditory hallucinations. So I also hear voices, although my voices aren't very nice and not the voice of angels. It'd be nice if they were, but sadly they are not. So I really identify with her because of that, and I really admire her because the amount of stigma around hearing voices is immense, which is part of what my PhD is about. It's about tackling stigma around these hallucinations for people with psychosis like myself, and also people with schizophrenia, because oftentimes we aren't viewed very nicely, hence why I don't talk about it. It's not because I'm ashamed of having psychosis, but it's because of how I know other people will view me. Hence why I didn't say it in my Reunion commentary, and I know my meme reviews get much fewer views than the commentary, she says, and hopes this one doesn't get many views. I wasn't brave enough to say it in the commentary, but yeah, that's part of the reason why I like Joan of Arc so much. And I was really glad that she got to be in that episode, and that she got to have a nice love story as well. So I understand Reunion wasn't everyone's cup of tea, but because of Joan of Arc and what she means to me, I felt like the episode meant even more to me than it would to like the average person, because I have psychosis too. So that was the end of the meme reviews for this week, besties. I'd love to know what your favourite meme was. I'd also love to know what's your favourite episode been so far out of this Miraculous Armageddon, and I think soon I just need to, you know, relax a bit, regather thoughts, rewatch all these episodes. I think it'd be fun to have a live stream therapy session, so I'll make a community post about when that's going to be, when I've spoken to my mods and other stuff like that. But yeah, I hope you like this meme review, besties. I hope you're all doing well, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!